o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show.
And I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
And welcome to, I think this is the best quality review show of 2021. In fact, and what I mean by that, I don't mean that me and Ryland is particularly doing well. I mean that I don't think we've ever had a review show where the 4 products that we're looking at are as good as they are today. It is incredible, the quality and the range of the tricks that we're looking at today. All four of the tricks that we're looking at today, I'll tell you right now, are brilliant. Absolutely, completely and totally brilliant, and I highly recommend them to anybody. We're going to have a look at them, and we're going to start off with probably one of the most anticipated tricks of 2021. Let's have a look at that right now. Okay, so the first product we are going to be looking at is the Cube in Bottle from Harrius and Harrius Presents. Now, a few weeks ago on this channel, somebody asked me on the Q&A, what is the most anticipated trick of 2021? And I said, this is one of the most anticipated tricks of 2021. There's been people talking about this on various different forums. People have been saying, oh my gosh, this is a game changer. I've known about this for a while, and I'm telling you guys, this is a game changer. Just when you think that Harrius has explored everything that you can do with cubes, just when you think that there's no way he can get better, because think of it, he revolutionized things with Rubik's Dream. Then again with Rubik's 360. Venom Cube was an absolute game changer. Instacube looks like CGI. And what does he do? He takes the Cube in Bottle and he takes it to an entirely new level. Now, I know Kieran Johnson has done a Cube in Bottle before, but the difference between Kieran's and this version is with Kieran's version, it's very kind of much a misdirection thing. And what I mean by that is the cubes, you know, like, you never see the moment where the cube goes in the bottle. You do with this. The money shot with this is you actually see and feel the cube going into the bottle. Now, we're going to do a live performance of this, aren't we?
Yeah.
You're gonna perform it for everybody. You've been practicing a long time. He's been practicing this for a couple of weeks now. You've been sending videos to Henry of your practice sessions going, okay, Henry, what do you think of this? And Henry's been giving you advice and saying, well, you need to do this, you need to do it. In fact, didn't you practice this and send a video over to Henry practicing it in your Minecraft pajamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. So he's been practicing this for a long time. He's going to perform it for you guys now. And then we're going to talk about why this is amazing.
Right, guys, I'm going to show you something impossible with 2 things inside this bag. The first thing is a Rubik's Cube, okay?
Okay.
And the second thing is a glass bottle.
Okay.
Okay? Now I'm going to put the glass bottle in the bag, like this.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And I'm also going to put the cube inside the bag.
Okay. Yep. That's fair.
Now, I'm just going to fold it up like that.
Okay.
Now, hold it.
Hold it. Okay.
Yeah. Now watch. 3, 2, 1.
What?
There you go.
Okay.
And inside here, we have got a cube inside the bottle.
That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. How incredible is that? You end up with a Rubik's Cube inside a glass bottle. And I can't tell you how cool it feels when you're a spectator holding that bag. They clearly see a bottle in there. They clearly see a cube in there. And then boom, the cube goes in the bottle and you take it out.
You've never actually squished the bag, so you don't know what it feels like squishing the bag. But it feels really good.
Now, what do you think of this? This is amazing, isn't it? I mean, this is an absolute game changer. I mean, I'm serious, a game changer. Like, you're doing this in your show straight away. I'm going to do this in my show straight away. First of all, let me talk about the positives. So there are no negatives. This is just amazing. The first positive is it is an actual cube in a bottle. How Henry has actually come up with a method for doing this is brilliant.
How did he actually get the cube in the bottle to send the trick out?
I don't know, ask Henry. But it's an actual, that moment, I can't tell you how good this is. Now, he's got multiple handlings on the download. The download runs for just under an hour. There's multiple handlings on there. So what you just saw Ryland do was the basic version. However, you can then do a stand-up version where you don't need a table, which is absolutely perfect for sort of walk-around situation. You can have a signed cube version, which looks really, really good. You can have a version where you've got 2 cubes in a bag, and you take out the first cube and you take out the second cube, and then one's solved, one's mixed up, you take one out and then you do the thing, and that's absolutely fine as well. That looks really good. So you can do the cube in the bottle that way. You can also, there's versions where you can actually incorporate this into the middle of a Rubik's Cube set. So rather than just bringing out a bag like Ryland did, you could actually be doing something with a Rubik's Cube, and then you can say, well, actually, hang on a second, let me get this bag. I've got this bottle in this bag, and you can go into it from there. So you can incorporate it into anything. In fact, Henry talks about how you can go from something like RD Insta, the Insta Cube, going straight into this, or Venom Cube and going straight into this. In fact, you've done this in a virtual show. The virtual show we did for Slightly Unusual, you've done this, and you started with this as the opening set, didn't you? And then you went into Venom Cube after that. You did a 1-move solve, then you went into Venom Cube. So there's lots of different options. But yeah, for those people that want to have a signed version, it can be signed. So you can have the cube signed, and it can be a signed cube in there. I don't think that's important, to be honest. I don't think that's the most important thing. I just think the fact that you've got a cube in a bottle is just incredible. And people will want to examine that. And that's the nice thing. This can be examined straight away. The bag that you crush up, you just put that away. Nobody cares about the bag. Nobody's interested about the bag. They're interested in this. Right, Ryland, you spent a long time practicing this. Tell everyone what you think of it.
I think it's really good.
Tell them why.
Well, you basically just said it.
Have I talked over you again? And I've said everything. What are the angles like? The angles are really good.
Yeah.
It's not just...
Except from the back.
Except for the back, yeah. The back isn't so great, but other than that, it's fantastic. There's the gimmick that you get. How clever is the Rubik's Cube gimmick that you get to do this? The actual gimmick. I mean, Henry's got some amazing gimmicks if you know his stuff, but this is just incredible. And the Rubik's Cube gimmick is one of the reasons I was fooled so badly by this. I plan on doing this for a bride and groom. I'm
going to give this away.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to go with you and give it away.
Well, that's the other thing I should point out to you.
Yeah, you can give it
Henry's
away.
thought process about this is
You can give it away.
you shouldn't be doing this unless you actually give it as a souvenir, right? So he's made refills really, really accessible. Yeah. So, like, financially, it's not that much money. So you can do this and you can actually give it away. Now, my plan is to make this my head table trick. If I'm booked to do close-up at a wedding, this is the head table. Boom, they're going to get this. The bride and groom are going to get this. The CEO or the corporate booker, they're going to get this. If I do a cabaret show, the guest of honor, they're going to get this. And they're going to have a little sticker with my details on that I put on the side. And I guarantee you people will hold on to this because it is a really cool object. They'll probably put it in their mantelpiece. It's not like a folded up card that gets manked up in their pocket. This is something that people will probably take home, put on the mantelpiece, and everybody will come in and go, what is that? Oh, I saw a magician and he did this. It's incredible. This is just so good. This is a game changer. Just when you think that Henry can't do anything else with Rubik's Cubes, he goes and does it again. He goes and does it again. This is, I don't normally wax lyrical about stuff like this so much, but I've been in this game for a long time. I do a lot of Rubik's Cube magic. I own the whole Henry Harrius Presents range. I do a lot of it, if not all of it, at various different points in my act. This is going straight into my act and it's staying there. It's great. I wouldn't do it all the time. You're not going to be a table hopper in a restaurant and do this all the time. You could. What would be the reset like? What's the reset like? Depending on the method you used, you could reset this in seconds, but what you'd need is another bag because you've smashed the bag up. So you'd probably need to, if you were going to do this in a restaurant, for example, I wouldn't recommend giving them away, but if you wanted to do this at the end of a cube set in a restaurant, you could probably reset it if you had some bags. Get yourself a new bag. You could probably reset it in about 15-20 seconds, but I don't think you should. I think this should be just for the right time, right place, for the most important clients, or in your cabaret show, you close your act with this, or in your case, you open your act with it because you're closing your Rubik's Cube act now with another thing which is incredible, which you're going to be looking at in a bit.
Which is another Rubik's Cube.
Another Rubik's Cube thing. Ryland's completely changed the opener of his act and completely changed the closer of his act with the stuff that's in the show today. I love this. I don't normally give things more than 100%, but dude, I'm giving this 200% because I think this is brilliant. I just love this. What are you giving it?
333.
333%. Okay, look, guys. The other thing is you don't even need to solve a Rubik's Cube to do this. You don't even need to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Because
there is no actual Rubik's Cube to use.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to solve a Rubik's Cube. So, how many times do you go to a gig and you get somebody say to you, oh, can you put a phone in a bottle like dynamo? Well, you could go, well, yeah, I could do, but the problem is he's done that before. Let me show you something else. Let me show you, let me get a cube in a bottle and I'll do something with a cube in a bottle. It'll be the same thing. So you don't need to learn how to solve a cube to do this. It's brilliant. 200% from me, 333% from him. Highly recommended. Okay, so next up, we've got Split Focus by Greg Wilson. Split Focus by Greg Wilson and Murphy's Magic. What is Split Focus? It is basically a split coin on steroids. Now, I know a thing or two about split coins. I bought out a DVD many, many years ago called Split Happens. What Greg has done, for those of you that know the split coin, he's taken a split coin, and this is not a normal split coin, because a normal split coin, you can take a coin and you can split it into two like that. What Greg's done with this is he's got it splitting into three, which is an incredibly great idea. It really is. So this is something that will actually split into three and immediately go back into one. I have been a big advocate of split coins for a long time, ever since I released Split Happens. There are massive advantages to shells and even flipper coins in many ways. Split coins have a lot of big advantages, and if you haven't seen my Split Happens DVD, you'll know some of the stuff that I've done. But Greg's download for this is brilliant. I mean, he's got like 12 different routines. Some of them use just a regular split coin, so some of them would just use this. Others use it in kind of its complete set.
Well, why don't we show them one way with three and one way with two?
Okay, that's a good idea. So I'm going to show you a routine that Greg performs with three coins, first of all. So this uses the whole set. Let's do that right now. Okay, right, I've got a hand with nothing in it, right? I'm going to reach and take nothing, put nothing in the hand, snap my fingers. When I snap my fingers, I get something. That's a silver American dollar right there. Now, watch really carefully. If I reach and grab another piece of nothing, I can squeeze and I can turn that into a something. That's another silver dollar. Let me grab one more piece of nothing, squeeze, turn it into a something. That's a silver dollar as well. That's 3 silver dollars. Now, watch really carefully. I'm going to take this one. Don't worry about these two right now. Watch this one. If I squeeze, it goes back into nothing. Let me do that again. I'll take this one, squeeze. This one goes back into nothing. That leaves us with the last one. Easy come, easy go. So that rhyme was using the set of three. So it's using the whole set. Do you want to see one that just uses like the split coin?
Yeah, I'll give that one. I'll give that one 98%.
Oh, great. Are you rating each individual trick, are you? Right, let's have a look at this.
That was really good.
Well, I think you'll like this one. Let's have a look at it. Ryan, watch this. I'm going to show you something right now. I'm going to make a coin appear at the tips of my fingers. Nothing here, nothing here. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Tips of the fingers. I didn't say which fingers, but tips of the fingers. See, it's over here. And how this works is it's to do with misdirection. You see, you can't look at two hands at the same time. If you're looking over here, you can't see over here. Do you understand what I mean? You can't look at two hands at the same time. If you're looking over there, you're not going to see over there. If you're looking at this coin, you're going to miss this coin disappear. If you're looking over here, you're going to miss this coin reappearing over here. Look, Ryan, I'll tell you what we'll do. Look, if I take this coin, wave it over this one disappears. Let's try it with this one. 1, 2, 3. That one's gone as well. So what would you give that one, Ryan?
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, I have the ability to send you to bed early.
95.
There you go. Look, you get the gimmick with it. You can get these in Morgan's or you can get them in Eisenhower's. I've got a Morgan version.
The reason it's not 100 beans is because it can't be examinable unless you actually.
Oh no! Trust me, I've been using split coins for years. That's not an issue at all, because the whole thing with split coin totally.
You just need the one coin.
Yeah, because a lot of the routines that I do with a split coin, I have regular coins in play as well. Yeah. And so this is just getting rung in and out. What Greg does with this a lot of the time, he'll use it as a one coin routine, like you saw in the performances. Look, boom. And Greg's style is absolutely amazing. You know, it's kind of like, look, it's very challenge type magic. It's very much like he's a bit of a con man, but he's doing it with a smile on his face. These are so well made. The problem I've seen with some split coins and some of the inferior copies is they don't align together. And what I mean by that is that what you should have with a split coin is if you've got two coins, they should completely go together like that. And this does. It is so well made. It is brilliant.
Sweet.
You also get a, what else do you get? You get a money clip. Now, this money clip is designed to keep money in it, and you put it in your back pocket, but Greg has built a super powerful magnet into this so that you can use this as a butt magnet. So you can have this in your back pocket and you can do complete vanishes. Now, I talked about this when I brought out Split Happens, but I suggest putting a magnet in your back pocket. It's so much better doing this because the leather also kills the sound, which is absolutely brilliant. You also get I think this is a Tom and Oscar style coin purse, and you get another coin in here, so you get a matching regular Morgan. And I think is this one actually attracted to magnets? No, it's not. So it's not. But you get regular Morgan as well, because some of the routines do require the use of a regular coin as well, and a lot of the routines require the use of a purse. So you get all of this, plus you get the download. There's so many really good routines with this, so many really nice presentations. It's got this one where, which I love as a concept, I've never seen this presentation before, where it says hold your finger in front of you like this, and then what I want you to do is bring it towards yourself, and you'll see that splits. It looks like the finger's splitting into two. Does it look like the finger splits into two? Isn't that weird? Yeah. He says, well, the same thing happens with a coin. If I take a coin and I bring it closer to your eyes, it looks like it's split into two, which is an amazing hook for this trick. And you'll have people actually believing that. He's got a really nice routine where he's doing this heads and tails thing, where he's talking about heads and tails, and he's always getting heads, and he says, well, it's a double-headed coin, and he uses the split coin, and he's doing appearances and vanishes, but in the context of explaining to people how he's switching coins in and out, and it's a real pseudo kind of thing that works really, really well. But my favourite one that he's got is so clever. He's got this routine with the top of a coffee cup. You know when you go to like a Starbucks or a Costa and you get like the plastic cup tops? He's got one with that where he puts the coin underneath the cup and he says, I'm going to get that coin under that cup, out from under that cup, and you're not going to catch me. And he says, look, it's done, have a look. And then they lift up the thing and he takes the coin out, that old gag. And he says, look, I'll do it for real. And he puts it back under there and he pretends to pull it out. But the beautiful thing is, he then puts the coin on top of the lid, and he lifts up to show it's not there anymore. And he's turned the lid of the coffee cup into an impromptu chop cup by putting the other coin on top of the lid. And when I saw that, I was like, bloody hell, Greg, that is so clever. It really was clever. I was like, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. If you're like doing in a coffee place with friends and you just, it's so good. The routines are brilliant. They're all very samey. I'm going to be honest with you. They're all appearances and vanishes. One thing I tried to do on Split Happens is I did like coins through table, I did coins across, I did mentalism, I did stuff like that. They're all very samey, but that's not really too much of a problem because you're never going to perform all of Greg's material in one go. You're going to probably go through the whole thing and pick two or three things and go, that would work for me, that would work for me. It's watching him on this download, it's very classic Greg Wilson. It's like he was in Off the Cuff. In fact, he's doing the stuff with the head where the coin just drops out of nowhere. And he kind of went away from that a little bit, but it was cool to watch classic Greg. This is getting 100%. I think this is brilliant. As somebody
100.
As somebody who has built a career for himself as an advocate and a user of split coins, I can tell you right now, this is the best made split coin I've ever seen.
I can't believe you gave Cube in the Bottle 200.
Well, this is great as well. Let's not take any. Yeah. This would be like the best trick of the show on a normal show. It's just that everything else is so strong. So yeah, I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this 100%. I think this is brilliant. It's well worth picking up. Yeah, you won't go wrong with this. Yeah, even if you've not done much coin magic before, a lot of the stuff on here is really simple, and Greg teaches it in excruciating detail. Highly recommended, 100%.
Let's look at the next review.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, nice link there, kid.
Next up, we have the Prince's Card Trick by Mike Sullivan.
We do indeed have the Prince's Card Trick by Mike Sullivan, which is his version of the Princess Card Trick. It's been marketed by D-Tricks, which is Wayne Dobson's production company. Many of you might know that Mike works with Wayne quite a lot, and the two of them are great. I've known Mike for many years. Like, me and Mike go back about 20 years. I know he works quite closely with the Magic Circle right now, but this is his first release. I know he's got a lot of other stuff that he's created over the years, but he's chosen this as his first release. Now, for anybody who knows the Princess card trick, which I think was either created or popularized by Daryl, it's the whole idea of somebody thinks of a card, and then the card disappears, right? That's basically it. And it normally uses, most versions that I've ever seen, use double indexed cards. This is very, very different. There's a very clever gimmicked card in play here that allows you to show very, very cleanly 5 cards. You show them face down. This fooled you, by the way, didn't it? This fooled you. Yeah, honestly, this fooled Sarah as well. This fooled your mom. Your mom doesn't normally get fooled by anything.
Cube in a bottle.
Cube in bottle completely fooled your mom. This,
like, how the hell does that work?
She had no idea, yeah. But this also completely fooled your mom, didn't it? Yeah. Because it's so clean. You show 5 cards, you tell them to think of one. They can see the backs of the cards, there's no double faces. You can see the fronts of the cards, there's nothing special going on. And then all that happens is you just take one card out and you've guessed their card, and that card turns blank. In fact, I think we should do a performance of this. What do you reckon? Yeah. I'll do a performance of it. So
and then we can talk properly about it, because right now you're just talking properly about it when you're not supposed to.
Yeah, let's talk about it after we've done a full performance.
Here's the performance.
Okay, right, so we're going to do a trick with 5 playing cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, right? Yeah. And I'm going to get Mommy to help you. Sarah?
Yes.
I need you to help. Can you see these 5 cards right here? I'm going to spread them out, and what I want you to do is I want you to think of one of these 5 cards. Don't tell anyone, don't write it down. Just think of one of those 5 cards. Have you got one?
Yeah.
Very good. I'm going to give the cards a cut just to make sure. Now, there's no way I could know what your card is there? Because obviously you're just thinking of it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and work out what your card is. I'm going to take one card out. I'm going to take this one. Right, Sarah?
Yeah.
This card here, this is the one that I think your card is. Now, tell me, Sarah, was your card the Jack of Hearts?
No.
Was it the Queen of Diamonds?
No.
Was it the Jack of Spades?
No.
Was it the Queen of Clubs?
No.
One card and one card only. What was the name of your card?
Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, that's the one right here, the Queen of Hearts. But you know what's interesting? I can make your card disappear. Done. It's gone. You see, I've got a blank card right there now. Just 4 cards and a blank card. Your card has gone. So that is the performance. Now, the download's only 15 minutes. That's all it needs.
15 minutes?
That's all. Yeah, you and I watched it together, remember? That's all it needs to be.
I thought it was 5.
That's 15. The other one that was 5. This is... the whole idea of having a blank card in there is clever. That's Wayne's addition to this routine. So Wayne, according to Mike on the download, Wayne suggested using a blank card. Really clever idea, if you ask me. However, Mike has got other ideas as well with it, where the card just actually disappears. I just love the method behind this because it is really clean. You can show, as you know, when you get to the position where you've got 5 cards and you say, I think that's your card, you can show front and back very cleanly of all the other cards. You can deal them onto the table. You're not holding anything special. You're not trying to do doubles onto the table. You're not hiding misindexed cards or double-faced cards. You just drop them on the table one at a time, and then you pick this up and it's blank. That's so good. Or the card completely disappears. Now you do, there is a gimmicked card in there that is very gimmicked. Very, very gimmicked. It's made really well. I think it'll last. There's a very good chance it'll last forever. However, there is a chance that it might break through excessive use because it uses something that is prone to breaking occasionally. However, you do get more of that stuff in the package, and Mike does explain what you need to do to fix it, and it looks like it's a fairly easy fix. If you know Henry Evans' Rising card, it's basically the same sort of thing that you need in order to fix that. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing to tell you about this. I mean, you've just seen a full performance. I will say it's great for virtual, because although you saw me spread it like this, you can spread them up here like this. So if you're doing a virtual show, you can spotlight somebody on the screen. You can tell them to think of one of the cards, and they just think of one, and you say, look, I think I've got it. Was your card here, 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 here? No, boom. So it's great for virtual, but it's also perfect for walk around. It's the sort of thing that you could do. Walk around, you just have it in a little packet trick wallet, bring it out, do the thing. It's not examinable. One card is not examinable. However, the way that the routine is constructed...
You could change that card.
Yeah, you could. You could switch that one card out very, very easily, although I don't think people are going to want to examine it.
And 100%.
I think it's great. I'm going to give it 90%. I think this is awesome. I'm not giving it 100, I'm giving it 90, but I know I'm going to do this. In fact, I've got a Zoom show tomorrow. Have I got a show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Did Mummy say I've got a show in the
Got a
morning?
gig.
I've got a gig. Okay, so I'm going to do this.
Virtual.
Virtual, thank you. Well, I ain't really got a choice of doing any other type of gig at the moment, haven't I?
Until like July.
Until like July, yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, I love this. I think it's brilliant. I'm going to do it in my show tomorrow. Highly recommended. It's great for virtual, great for... I was saying about the examinability thing. I think that people will want to look at the blank card, not at the other cards. And it's a very quick thing that you move away. I think it'd make a nice opener. Sometimes magicians will play with a full deck of cards. I'm not. I'm just using a few cards to make it easy for you to follow. Look, sometimes magicians will get you to pick a card. I want you to just think of one. You're thinking of a card. You haven't written it down. You haven't told anyone. No way I could know that card. Boom, you turn it blank. Really build up an impact and then move on to something else. Yeah, highly recommended. 90% from me, 100% from the Kid Magician.
And the next review is Rubik's Wall by Bondley.
By Bondley, absolutely. You know what? Have you ever seen your dad do that tic-tac-toe trick? The noughts and crosses thing on stage where I turn it round and it's got Brad Pitt on the other side. No, remember that? No? Okay. Well, that's a Bondley trick. You should. That's the reason I got that tattoo there for that trick. Anyway, who cares? Yeah. So, Bondley is an amazing creator of magic. This started off as a Kickstarter project, and we backed it as a Kickstarter, and we've now received it, and it is an amazing finale to a cube act or to any act. If you're wanting to do something, if you do something with cubes during the course of your act, this is a great way to finish the act. Now, what it is.
Are you talking by it, even if we haven't done the performance?
Oh, you want to do a performance? Ryland has locked himself up for a couple of weeks now.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
What?
You're going to go over there. I'm going to place you with the wall.
Well, it is going to be very difficult for me to sit here. Yeah, it's kind of more of a stage piece. It's not the sort of thing where I can sit and see how it was done. Okay, I'll go over there and you perform it for everybody.
I'm replacing you with the wall.
Okay, you're replacing me with...
The wall is good.
Right, I'll go over there, you do the trick, and then can I come back afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. I have got a Rubik's Wall.
Okay.
A Rubik's Wall is a wall made out of Rubik's Cubes.
Makes sense.
And I've got 24.
Okay.
And yes, if you're wondering, they can be removed.
Okay, cool.
So you can mix them up and everything. But
All right.
we're going to take one from each row, but in a minute. Okay? So I've got a bunch... Now in this pad, I've got a bunch of different things that are my favourite stuff. Like, look. Got a bunch of different things.
Okay.
Okay? Like reading. I like reading in the night with my little torch. And Mummy's iPad. I like playing it on all the time until she changes the code. And cake. I like eating cake.
Okay.
Okay? Now whenever you want to, just say stop.
Stop.
Okay?
Yep, got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Remember it?
Got
I'm
it.
going to put that there. Okay?
Okay.
Now, one from each row. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, like that.
Number 3.
Number 3. Like that.
Number 1.
Number 1. Like that.
Number 1 again.
Number 1 again. Like that.
Number 4.
Number 4. Like that.
And number 3. No, number 2. Number 2.
Number 2.
No, it's the bottom row.
Bottom row. Oh, yeah. Number 2. Like that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Now, whenever you want to, say start.
Start.
And then whenever you want to, say stop.
Stop.
Where do you want me to put it?
Oh, I get to choose.
Yes.
4th row down. That one. Row number 4.
2, 3, 4.
Yes, please. Put it there.
In there. Okay.
Start. Stop. Bottom one.
The 6th row.
Okay. Start. Stop. Top.
Top.
Start. Stop. Row 3. Start.
Say second or first.
Stop. The 5th row. The one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5th. Second.
Okay.
Sort of second.
Stop.
And then finally, and obviously that one. Now, for the first time, name what you thought of in all of this.
I thought of Mario.
Mario. Okay? Now, you could have mixed up all the cubes. You chose to put them anywhere. You chose which ones you wanted to took out. You could have chose any.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And look at this. Does anybody know who this is?
It's Mario! That's sick. That's awesome, Ryland. That's super awesome.
How good is that?
That is amazing. That is so cool. And your presentation was really good. Your performance was on point. I know you spent a lot of time practicing that performance, haven't you?
It's going to be my ender.
It's going to be your finale. Yeah, Ryland has basically said that he's now changed his act thanks to the two of these tricks. He's opening his show with Cube and Bottle, and he's closing his show with the Rubik's Wall. The nice thing about the Rubik's Wall, by the way, just like with the Cube and Bottle, you don't need to... you don't need to know how to solve Rubik's Cube, do you? I mean, I know you've got some cube skill right there, mate, but you don't need to solve.
Well, do you know what I did with Mario?
Yeah, I did, yes.
Yeah.
You decided to actually pull a Tom Crosby and make it for real, didn't you? You were just like, right, okay, let me see. Challenge myself to doing it for real. So, the sort of kid that he is. But, yeah. So, here's what you get. So, you get a really nice case. It's not that big, but that wall comes apart in seconds. And the cubes, yeah, and you get a lovely little box for the cubes. So you've got a box, you put your 24 cubes in the box, you close that up, and then you've got this little black bag with a nice shoulder strap, and it's hard, so it's going to keep everything protected. And
Did
you
we
just
get the deluxe or standard?
I think there's only a deluxe. You got a deluxe, yeah. And it comes apart literally. That entire wall goes apart into like 16 pieces, and then all goes inside this bag, along with this Lazy Susan type thing that you can use to spin it around. That goes inside there. Everything goes inside that case, doesn't it? Now, how long does it take to set it up?
Did you say?
4 around the outside, then 6, then another. I don't know. So like 12 pieces. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, so it goes in. 13. Yeah, it goes into 12 or 13 pieces inside the case. So
easy to build.
You built it in like 30 seconds, didn't you?
Yeah, I literally just. I understand it because he only put 2 pieces in, the first 2 pieces of the outer layer, and I already built it.
Yeah, so you can put it together at a gig really, really easily, and you can take it apart at a gig really, really easily. After the gig, you can set it up in probably about 2 or 3 minutes.
4 of them.
I know, we've got 4 of them, yeah. And there's a reason why we've got 4 of them, but hey-ho. In fact, I should point out that, right, okay, so these also interconnect. The one that Ryland just showed you has space for 24 cubes. However, if you get 2 of these, you can connect them together. They're designed to connect together so that you can have 48, or you can connect 4 of them together, which we've got.
Which is a stage cube.
Which is the stage cube, and that's like 96 cubes, right?
Or you can get
No, you can only do 4. Yeah, but you can do
unless you buy it like.
No. So you can have 4, which I would do if I was doing a big illusion show. I'd probably have 4. However, for most performances, you'd probably want to have 24. I think that's absolutely fine. This is not a close-up item. This is a stage item. This is a great closer to a cabaret show. Great closer to a virtual show. You closed your virtual show act with this, didn't you?
I'm gonna give this.
Hang on, I should point out.
100%.
With it, you get an incredibly detailed tutorial, which is really well done, with a whole bunch of different routines and ideas and presentations on it. But you also get access to some Dropbox files. So what happens?
There's like loads of different ones. Burger.
Yeah. Well, let me explain. Stop. So what you have, because I know you're excited about this trick and I know you really love it. So let me explain. In the Dropbox files, what you have is you have about 30 or 40 different designs per. So there's about 30 different designs for the standard Rubik's Wall. The Mario reveal that Ryland did, that's one of the reveals.
See, now you're talking about standard, and you just literally said there's just deluxe.
Okay, yeah.
With
but there's also about 20 or 30 designs if you have 2 of these put together. There's 20 or 30 designs if you have all 4 of them put together. Like, I know you want to make that Mario jumping out of a warp pipe and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of different stuff. Now,
I think Mario actually went into the pipe because it was frozen when he was replacing you.
Now, when you Now, you've made one for me, haven't you? Because I'm doing this in my show, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I do in my show to do with...
I've made it for you?
Yes, I do, because I asked you. So, I do a lot of stuff with social media in my cabaret show, and I talk about social media, and I've got a bunch of routines with social media. So Ryland's made one up for me with a YouTube logo on there, which is absolutely brilliant. I'll probably make another one
for you that's Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be good, actually. So
there is a Facebook one.
You get a bunch of stickers with it. And all you do is you open the Dropbox files and it tells you exactly what you need to do and you put the stickers on. It probably takes you, how long did it make it? It took you about an hour to do the YouTube thing, didn't it?
No, 30 minutes.
30 minutes. You put them all on like this.
It probably still make you think that because we also had a break and got some Pringles in it.
We did get Pringles, yeah. But you make this whole thing up. Now, if you decide to stop using it and you want to go in a different direction, the stickers do peel off, and you get hundreds of stickers. So you can peel those stickers off, and you can make. You
can cover you've got like 2 sheets of blue, and that can literally just fit on every single Rubik's cube.
Exactly.
So there's well, what's 9 times 48? Well, what's 9 times 24?
9 times 24, 240, 220, 216, I think.
216?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not very good at maths. 216.
Okay. Well, you probably get that much stickers because you can literally cover every single tire in like blue. And then you just have like a blue sheet.
Okay. So you get tons of stickers. So you can set this whole thing up for whichever reveal you want. And then once you've set it up for whichever reveal you want, you use that. And if you want to get a different reveal at some point, you just peel the stickers off and you do it again. The download says that if anything breaks, I don't think it will because it looks like it's really well made. But if anything breaks, each part to the frame is numbered. So if anything breaks, you just contact Bombly and say, hey, my A7 has broken. And he'll just send you another A7 out. It's incredible. You know, it's a great finale to a stage show. If you want to do something that plays really big. And again, you don't need to solve a cube to do it. Although I do think that if you're doing this sort of finale, you need to be able to do some cube stuff beforehand. One more thing. The way that Ryland did it, where he took 1 cube out of each row, I personally think that's the best way to do it.
But if you don't want to...
But what you could do is you could literally start with all 24 cubes out and have a plain frame and have the audience mix them up one at a time and put them in. That's the other thing. Because I was behind the camera, it would have been awkward for me to mix up the cubes, but...
And if you were behind, you would have seen how it works.
Exactly. But if you're doing it on stage, you can literally hand the cubes out to different members of the audience and have them come back and give you the cubes and you decide where you put them in. So, you know, it's that clean and you just turn it around, it's done. You just can't have anyone behind the thing because if they're looking at it from behind, they'll see how it works.
300%.
He's giving us 300%.
What percentage are you giving it?
I'm going to give it, you know what, I prefer cube in bottle, so it's got to get slightly less than cube in bottle, but I know I'm going to do this in emphasis.
333 for cube in bottle. This is just 300.
I'm going to go down your thinking. I'm going to give this 170%. It's slightly not as good as cube in bottle, but it's still absolutely phenomenal. And him and I'm so glad that we've got more than one because we'd be fighting over that because I wouldn't want Mario. I'd want YouTube. And you'd be wanting Mario. I'm so glad we've got more than one. So you can have yours for your show. I can have mine for my show.
I'll get you a Facebook and YouTube. I'll have
Mario and a burger.
Yeah, probably.
Boom. Guys, if you do stage work, if you do a kid show, it worked really well for a kid show as well, wouldn't it? I mean, imagine, you know, kids. I mean, you're 8. I know you're a bit weird as an 8-year-old and you Rubik's Cube mad. Do most kids have a Rubik's Cube or do they know Rubik's Cubes? I know you take cubes into school sometimes. Do they all know about Rubik's Cubes?
They know what Rubik's Cubes are, but they don't have one.
They don't have one. So kids don't have Rubik's Cubes.
But they do know what Rubik's Cubes are.
They do know what they are. Yeah. Some of them have them.
Yeah.
Most of them can't solve them.
Yeah.
And everyone knows Mario.
Yeah.
So if you were doing a kid show and you said, hey, I've got these cubes, boom, and you got them.
They always talk about Mario at school. In fact, I'm playing Mario Odyssey.
Right, okay, there you go. Right, there you go. So it worked for a kid show as well. Guys, I'd highly recommend it. It's some amazing products this week.
And that's another review show in the bag. Whee!
And again?
And that's another review show in the bag. Whee!
Have we done now? Can we carry on? Wonderful. Guys, thanks very much for joining us again. Seriously, I can't tell you enough. I think this has been the best quality range of products that we've seen on the Craig and Ryland review show since we started this whole thing. Every single one of those are going into my act in one way or another. I know it. I just love it. Split focus is going straight into my act. It's the best. It's better made than the split coin I've actually got.
Both of the Rubik's Cube tricks are already in my act.
They are, right? And the Princess card trick is just brilliant for a virtual show. I mean, just what a collection and what a lineup of tricks. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. You know, if you like tuning in for reviews of rubbish products, don't worry. I'm sure that we'll get some really rubbish products coming in soon, but this week everything has been amazing. Don't forget to follow him. You need to cut your hair, dude, because you're shaking
it needs to be like here. Look how fast I can take it.
Honestly, you start looking like the Beatles at some point now. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. He is The Kid Magician. Go and check him out. The link's in the description down below. Please go and subscribe to his channel because he gets sad if he doesn't get subscribers. And if you want to see more videos like this, do me a favour, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I'm more important than him. And leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again.
I'm cuter than you.
You are cuter than me, that's true. I'm going to be back again tomorrow on Thursday with the magic stuff, 6 o'clock with the Magic Live, and 2 o'clock with the shorts. I'll see you then. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Bye.